Hello and welcome to my channel where it's all about play and learning new things, whether that be slow stitch or dioramas or embroidery or art or dolls' houses, because I just like to play. And we often get a cat popping in. Welcome!
Look what I built. Hello, how are you? I hope you're well. Well, as you can see from the start, I've been building again. So I've had this idea buzzing around in my head. And I thought, do you know what? I'm gonna do it. And as with most of my other projects, it's probably gonna take at least a year, maybe longer, to get it finished. Especially if I keep starting new projects, eh? I think I've got about 6 snippet rolls and an embroidery, and currently making dolls outfits, and I've got 3 big dolls houses and 4 small ones, all in progress. But you know, I like to have a variety. So I had this idea of doing a diorama. Now, I did start a little castle diorama and I did start a little housing diorama. But I've decided I'm going to combine them together, add a little extra bit. And so this is what I've come up with. Now, as I've been collecting ideas, as you do, I got this foam and thought, I can make a 3D background. Well, that just kind of sprung. So now I have challenged myself with making a watermill and a waterfall and 3D background and a castle on a hill and putting lights in it and putting a fairy forest in it and a dark forest for those nasty, pesky little ones. And, you know, it just kind of grew. So I moved all the furniture around and I've made my own case. Look, I made that. It's good, isn't it? 4 bits of wood, some perspex that I've glued together with Gorilla Glue, and some foam. And yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that myself. It's 3.5 foot long, or 105 centimetres, and it is a foot wide. So yeah, it's going to take some filling. Hope you want to join me on this journey. There's the castle. So I've made a rough plan of where a few bits are going. And this is a from above and from the front. And I've measured out my 3D background and put the main components in. And I thought I'll start on the castle. So I'm going to start by carving out bits of this castle, because I want it to look like a rock face. So I'm just going to chop away at it. Now I know you have to be careful with foam, with glues, because a lot of glues will eat into the foam. So the safest bet seems to be either wood glue or white PVA. So I'm going to use for this castle base Evo stick wood glue, because A, I've got half a bottle lying around, and B, I'm quite used to using it, so I know how it behaves. And so I'm going to use that to stick the foam together. And all these little offcuts that are coming off, they're not going to go to waste. You'll see in a minute. So I've not really planned how it's going to look. I've got a rough idea in my head, but I just sort of thought I'd go with the flow. Sometimes that's the best way, isn't it? Sorry, my son's just brought me a ice lolly and it's dripping. It's still very hot here. And I can also get out this little toolie here. Look, I can carve semicircles into the side. This is my woodworking kit. I love my woodworking kit. It's amazing. Very, very sharp though. You have to be quite careful. Okay. So I'm going to carry on carving bits out until it's how I want it. And these little bits I am going to use to make rocks along the tops and sides of the cliff, hill, mountain, because obviously it won't be flat. Excuse me, I'm catching drips. And so these little bits are then going to go get stuck on, as I say, to make little rocks. And I want to put more than one level. So I'm going to use, I think, 3 or 4 levels of foam to raise the castle up because I want it to be on a hill. So I've put a layer of the wood glue down, or I'm about to. Okay, I'll squidge that around a bit with my finger. I bet every single one of you used to sit and peel dry glue off your hands when you was at school. I bet a lot of you still do it now. I know I do. There we go. So I'm leaving a little pathway because obviously there's a door there and they do need to be able to get in and out, don't they? So I'm roughly working to 176 scale for those that know, and that is also a 00 model railway scale. But I'm not sticking to it rigidly because I don't like rules. And I'm not putting a train on it, so it doesn't make any difference. But yeah, this is going to be a 3.5 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot diorama, and this is possibly the biggest challenge that I've set myself crafting wise. I've never done a diorama this big, and it's definitely not one that I'm putting together myself without any instructions or 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 anything really. But I like a challenge. I don't like to be bored. There you go. You see that? Little pathway down the middle and rocks round the side. Okay, just ignore the fact that is blue. That's just the colour. So there we go. What do you think? That is the cliff so far. As you can see, we've got 4 layers of foam, steps, rocks down around the outside to raise it up. I've put the little path in first. I know it sounds a bit daft before I paint it, but it allowed me to keep track of where the path was going. And that's what it's going to look like with the castle on. But I'm not gluing the castle on yet because I want to paint the castle. So now I'm painting it all with a coat of watered down wood glue, just because it'll make it a little bit more sturdy and also it'll help the paint stick. So yeah, there we go. So what do you think? I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you want to join me on the challenge. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye now.